2020 has seen unprecedented changes in how we live our lives. Young people had to quickly adjust to schools being closed, cancelled exams, social distancing, and spending prolonged periods of time with their parents. Unable to socialise with their peers in the normal way, many looked for new hobbies or turned to social media for entertainment. We gathered together teenagers from across the country to find out how they reacted to the pressures of lockdown and to hear their views on the world around them.
Thursday's clap was brilliant. Me and my brother used to have such a laugh. We would go on a bike ride just before 8 o'clock and time it so that while everyone was coming out their house to clap, it looked like they were coming out their houses to clap for us. There was this one time that Maureen the Moaner from number 72, she shouted, "We're not cheering for you, Tilly Kibble!" Women's such killjoy.
The thing about that Thursday clap is, where do you draw the line? You've got doctors and nurses, that's fair enough. But then you've got servicemen, bin men, bus drivers, taxi drivers, and personally, I draw the line at politicians. When I'm clapping, I don't clap for them. I work part-time at Tesco, so does that mean I'm clapping for myself? That's quite selfish, really.
We did the Thursday clap thing once, but it was a bit of a disaster, to be honest, because the front door closed behind us and we didn't have a key or a phone on us, and my nan had come out in her slippers. A neighbour tried to get hold of a locksmith for us, but they weren't answering. And then our smoke alarm started to go off, and Nan remembered she'd left a bread pudding in the oven, and when we looked through the letterbox, the hallway was thick with smoke. So Helen from next door called the fire brigade. We didn't do the clap again after that.
We've lived in the same house since I was a baby, but I've never spoken to the people who live on our road because they're all really old, older than my parents even. But then in lockdown we started doing that 8 p.m. clap for carers and key workers thing on Thursday. We didn't do it the first week, we just watched from the front window. But then we went out on the second week and sort of got into the habit after that. It was like a way of checking to see if everyone was okay and who could be bothered to come out and join in.
We live in a small village, our street is really friendly, so the Thursday clap for carers thing really took off in a big way, partly because everyone was so bored, I suppose. Every week it got more and more elaborate with people playing musical instruments and handing out homemade bread and cake and wearing fancy dress. We actually still do the Thursday clap, even though it's not supposed to be a thing anymore, only we don't do it on a Thursday, we now do it on a Friday, and we don't clap anymore either, but we still call it the Thursday clap.
That Thursday clapping thing was so embarrassing. My mum literally made me go and join in. And she'd be waiting at the door with her old saucepan and wooden spoon, and then would push me and my brother outside and make us clap for literally ages. And everyone else was standing and clapping, and no one would stop. So we'd all just be waiting for someone else. We would be there for hours. So embarrassing.
Yeah?